South Africa has had its share of electricity interruptions, hence the call for alternative energy. Delegates at this conference have been arguing affirmatively about the cost and benefit analysis of nuclear energy. They argue that South Africa has a lot to benefit from the nuclear build program, but is the program expensive?
No, it's not. What you've got to do is you've got to look at it over a lifetime. Right now, South Africa's cheapest electricity is the electricity coming from the Koeberg nuclear power station. Now, the mistake that people make is that they don't look at the cost as a function of the entire life cycle. You cannot go and say, how much do shoes cost on day one until you know how long those shoes are going to last. The situation with nuclear is that it's quite expensive to do the capital building in the first place. Like buying a house, you have to construct it. Once it's constructed, the uranium fuel is so inexpensive and so predictable in price half a century into the future that then it becomes a very worthwhile investment over the lifetime of the plant.
The conference has been grappling with the reasons why discussions around nuclear energy have been getting negative publicity.
Unfortunately, worldwide, there's a large anti-nuclear grouping that just don't understand and just also seem to want to misrepresent nuclear to disturb the public.
Focus has been on the viability of the nuclear build program and how it can create a sustainable energy supply program and create jobs. Experts argue that if South Africa delays to make a decision now to sign the nuclear deal, it may have high cost implications.
In Britain, the government unfortunately hesitated for about 10 years before making a decision about nuclear. The consequence of that was when it came to negotiate with the supplier, a French company, the government was in a very weak negotiating position, so it had to agree a very high price. If South Africa acts now, it's almost in a buyer's market. You've got three competitors all wanting to supply nuclear to South Africa. You are the buyer. You can drive a very hard bargain, both in terms of the price and in terms of the loans that will be available as well.
The looming nuclear deal will be South Africa's biggest financial and construction deal ever. However, it has drawn flack from various quarters of society.
I think we have to look at all those countries that already have utilized nuclear energy for more than 30 years, 30, 40 years, and so much benefits as they've been giving to these countries. And also, if we compare international studies of the cost, we see that nuclear is coming out as one of the most cost-competitive options. So look to what has happened in countries that have been utilizing more of nuclear energy. They are very successful.
If the nuclear build program goes ahead, it's expected that 50% of the construction work will be undertaken within the South African supply chain, a huge business opportunity for local companies. Colin Limawane, SABC News, Centurion.